Hello everybody, I'm James Austin.
I'm Danny Zayat.
And welcome to The Duel Lands. Behind the camera we have our editor, Daniel Wilson.
Here on The Duel Lands, we are a Magic the Gathering gameplay channel with a focus on the Commander format. We're not super serious, like competitive CDH level, but we like to have fun and we like to entertain.
And we're hoping that we can entertain you too. In the description below, check out links for our Instagram, Twitter, and our Patreon.
Patreon goes a long way to help us keep making these videos. Currently, we're entirely self-funded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we'd like to be able to do. Obviously, making more episodes for you, maybe even upgrading our equipment. But we can't do any of that without your help.
Yep. We've got a variety of tiers of Patreon, including access to our upcoming Discord server.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, a lot of times when watching Commander gameplay on YouTube, you're going to see 4-player games, but sometimes at your home games
local
or your
local
game store, you may not have 4 people available. A Commander can be played with anything from 2 to 4. So here on our channel,
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Here on our channel, you're going to be seeing a variety of games from 2 to 4 players, although the first few that we have lined up are going to be 2 or 3.
Yeah, mainly between you, me, and Daniel.
Exactly.
So the first matchup we've got is a doozy of one. We've got Progenitus versus Multani.
It's the battle of the big boys, where I'm piloting a Progenitus deck.
And I'm piloting Multani.
So we had a lot of fun filming, and we hope you had fun watching.
Yep, enjoy. My commander is Multani, Maro-Sorcerer. He's got Shroud, and he's got power and toughness equal to the total number of cards in all players' hands. The goal of my build of this deck is ramp, get Multani out, and draw cards in some manner to make him massive, and run over the opponent with trample or unblockable.
So for this game, I'm going to actually be playing with the first Commander deck that I ever built. Progenitus. A lot of people, when they build this deck that I've seen online, they usually just use it as an excuse to have 5 colors in their deck, and Progenitus isn't really a major part of it. But I tend to build my decks very focused around the commander themselves. So my deck is get Progenitus out as fast as I can, and then beat you in the face with him until you die.
Okay, opening hand, I've got some good lands, a ramp card, and some good card draw. This is looking like a good hand. Alright, I will go first. I will play Myriad Landscape and pass turn.
Well, I've got 3 lands, a Darksteel Ingot, Explosive Vegetation. I mean, I've got lands and ramp. It's really all I can ask for in this deck. Just help me get Progenitus out faster, and I just gotta hope that he doesn't ramp faster than I can.
Draw a card, play a Lands and pass.
Ooh, something to do this turn. Imperial Play, sure. Let's go with that. Play a Forest, tap 2, play Imperial Plate.
I will play Is It Boilerworks and bounce the planes back to my hand. And since I went down to 6, that leaves me with 7 cards in hand. Best turn.
Alright, I will play a Forest and pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Swamp 3 for Darksteel Ingot. Pass turn.
At the end of the turn, okay. Myriad Landscape, seems good. I'll get 2 Forests. Okay, so I've got a choice to make. I can either play Garuk or Grothama. Both have the ability to draw me a bunch of cards. I think I'm going to go with Grothama because that'll let me swing with him as well. I will tap 5 for Grothama.
Alright, untap. Draw a card. That is indeed a card.
Trophy Mage, really good card in this deck. Generally, when I play it, I'm going to go get Fist of Suns, which allows me to play everything, for Wooburg instead of whatever its normal mana cost is. But, as good a card as it is, I'm about to just eat 10 to the face.
Let's just stick with the plan, which is very annoying, but I'm going to stick with the plan. Tap Darksteel Ingot for a green, and 3 more. explosive vegetation.
Yep.
I will get forest and an island for the sake of ending my turn. I will play a Boros Garrison and bounce the forest away.
Untap. Draw a card. I think what I'm gonna do is just first swing with Grothama.
Yep. Ow. Ow.
Then I will play a forest, tap 6 for Multani.
Ow. Twice. Alright. Seems fun.
Alright, big boy Multani hitting the field.
Like I said, ow.
Untap. Draw. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they just tap for what they are. Merciless Eviction. All creatures.
All creatures. Big boy Multani leaving the field.
I will replay that forest for turn, and then because I can, I'll tap a white for a Necrazan Squire.
Alright, it's rebuilding time. Let's take advantage of that Imperial Plate and go tutor the Viridian Joiner. Before draw, I'm going to tap this forest for a Worldly Tutor. I'm going to go get Viridian Joiner. That goes to the top of my library. I draw. I tap 3 to play Viridian Joiner, and tap 2 to equip Imperial Plate.
Yep.
Okay, so I can't stop him from getting and using that mana. So I guess I'll just set up for my next turn. So not much else I can do.
Draw. Play Plains. Boros Garrison and Plains for 2 white and 1. Always watching. Non-token creatures I control get +1 in vigilance.
Yep.
Then blue and 2 for Trophy Mage. Enters the battlefield, I can search my library for any artifact, convert a mana cost 3, reveal it and put it in my hand. I will grab Fist of Suns.
Yep.
And then tap 3 for said Fist of Suns.
Okay, so I mentioned it earlier. Fist of Suns does work in this deck. So Progenitus' mana cost is normally Wooburg or Wooburg, and that's not feasible like most of the time. You know, I ramp the deck as hard as I can, but sometimes it's hard to get that 10 mana, especially of specific colors. So Fist of Suns does a really good job of cutting that cost in half, and on top of that, there's a lot of other big mana spells in this deck that I could much more easily play for 5 than for 8 or 9 or whatever the cost may be.
Alright, let's get Multani out again. And I have 3 mana left over. Let's tempt James into spending mana to draw cards. Let's see what he does. I will tap Viridian Joiner for for 5. 6, 7, 8 for Toni. Three, 4 Well of Knowledge. Okay, so what Well of Knowledge does is any player can pay 2 mana on their draw step to draw an additional card. And they can do that as many times as they want. What this does for me is it uses up their mana, so they don't get to play their giant spells. And at the same time, it inflates their hand, so Multani gets bigger.
Draw a card. Okay.
Do you want to pay 2?
Do I want to pay 2?
Do you want to pay 2?
Well, I don't have the right mana to cast both Progenitus and Bringer of the Black Dawn this turn, so sure, why not?
Yeah, might as well.
Yes, he drew a card. Alright, Multani gets bigger.
Draw a card.
Sweet.
White. White. hostilities. I'm going to destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to creatures.
No, not again! Not again! And this blew up Viridian Joiner and the equipment. What am I gonna do? So I've got Ewit. I was going to use this to get Garuk after I play and pop Garuk, but I guess I'm going to use this to put Multani himself in the graveyard so I don't have to spend 10 mana to recast Multani.
Graveyard. Cool. Then, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot left to do with my turn, but I will play a mountain for turn, and then just for the sake of getting it out of my hand, I'll tap 2 for a Rakdos Signet.
I am going to pay 2 and draw another card. Nothing really helpful, so same plan. Play Ewit, and next turn I'll cast Multani. Tap 2 for I'm moved to phase. Tap 2 for Emerald Medallion, and tap 2 for Ewit. Go get Multani back.
Yep. Alright. Draw a card. What I am going to do is blue, red, black, white, green. I'm going to play a Wooburg. I'm going to pay Wooburg for Progenitus. 10/10 pro everything stuff. Kind of secondary ability that doesn't matter in Commander. And then Wooburg again for Bringer of the Black Dawn.
Whew.
Okay, so I just played Progenitus and Bringer of the Black Dawn. If both of them stay on the field until my next turn, I think I've got this.
Nothing really helpful, but I do have Monstrous Onslaught, but it only works if I have a big creature out there. So I need to cast Multani. So let's do that, and maybe I won't lose in one turn. Tap 5 for Multani. And then I will end my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. I'm going to pay 2 life to search my library for any card and put that card on top of my library. Put this card on top of my library. And then I'm going to move the draw. I'm going to draw the card on top of my library. I'm going to pay 2 to draw an additional card.
Yep.
And do that one more time. We'll tap 5. We'll go ahead and say it's Wooburg. It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
As long as it has green, white, and blue.
Yep.
And I will play Finest Hour.
Yep. Oh, I am going to lose in one turn.
For the sake of making Multani as small as possible before anything else happens, I will tap 2 for a Simic Signet and play Esteemed Vents as my land for turn. And then I will move to combat.
Yep.
And swing with Progenitus for 12.
No response.
And then second combat, swing with Progenitus for 13.
Yep. You got it.
All right. He wasn't able to do anything about it, so I was able to get that 25 commander damage in, and 21 wins the game.
Well, that was a good game. It had some good back and forth, and by back and forth I mean Multani going back and forth from the command zone to the field and back again. But yeah, it was a close game. Good. Congrats, James.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our links to our Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon. See you next time.